welcome. You are with me, Vasudha Sharma, on the North edition of the Property Show. Looking to move into a home, invest in real estate, or just curious about the health of property markets today? This is the place to find out all the answers. Today we are joined by a bright young face, Ankit Sharma, Deputy Manager Research and Consulting at Prop Equity. Ankit is going to bring you his sharp analysis on your property decisions in the North region. Here is today's lineup. How to play Noida's property markets in 65 lakhs, top 3 projects from the Noida Expressway coming up. Also in UP, we look at Ghaziabad's NH24 and hotspots like Indirapuram for housing options in 50 lakhs. In Punjab, what's driving real estate investments in Mohali, top rated properties in 35 lakhs coming up. In Haryana's Faridabad, will the new metro corridor revive Neher Par's property sector? Prime properties in resale on Gurgaon's Golf Course Extension Road. And if Gurgaon is out of your budget, there is Sona Town for properties in the 60 lakhs range. And across to Jaipur, where we cull out the best 1 BHK apartments in the city. Which location? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, let's kickstart the show. We have our first caller on the line, Gaurav Taneja, with us. Hi Gaurav, go ahead. Where do you want to invest?
Vasudha, good evening. I would like to know about the property in Noida, Sector 74. The name of the apartment would be Grand Ajnara Heritage. Okay. I have 2 questions in regards to that property. All right. Am I audible, Vasudha? Should I go ahead?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
So my first question is, I would like to know about Grand Ajnara Heritage, a review on the builder, what has been the background, and is it advisable to invest in that property?
Okay.
Second part to that same property would be, all of us are aware, we are updated in the news regarding the challenges of registration in Noida.
Okay.
I know NDTT has recently cleared, the same has been announced, but formally, practically on the ground root level, the registration has still not formally started.
Okay, so Gaurav, let's first review your property preference and we'll get an inside view on what's happening on the Noida market. Okay, so Ankit, Gaurav wants to invest in Grand Ajnara Heritage, Sector 74, Noida. How do you rate this property on builder reputation and quality? And he's also expecting some returns on it. So what's your view on this property?
So basically this property is located in Sector 74. This is a part of the upcoming region of the Noida. So upcoming region starts from the Sector 70 to Sector 122. Coming to the details of the developer, so this project is available from the developer at 4,500 rupees per square feet. The project is spread across 12.5 acres. It's a 13 towers and G+19 structure property. It is very close to the Noida city center metro station, approximately 5 kilometers from there. And it is again very close to the fully inhabited sector of Sector 50 of Noida. The developer, in terms of developer, Ajnara has a decent reputation locally and has delivered few projects in the past like Home 121. Again, this property is partially ready also and few families have already shifted in. So this property gets a go ahead from our side.
Okay, Ankit, what are your other recommendations? Would you like to recommend him some more properties?
Yeah, so in the same region, we can recommend him 2 more properties. Our first recommendation would be Hyde Park by Nimbus IITL. This project is in Sector 78. He can get this project in the resale market at 4,800 to 5,000 rupees per square feet. This project is spread across 15 acres and has a total of 21 towers. This project has a luxurious 50,000 square feet clubhouse, including facilities such as pool, gymnasium, steam, sauna. The project is in finishing stages and the possession will be given by the end of 2015. Again, there is a big location advantage to this project, that it is very close to the Sector 17 market, approximately 7 to 8 kilometers, and it's 1.5 kilometers from the Sector 50, which is a inhabited market, and it's 4.5 kilometers from the metro station. Second project would be Platinum by Amrapali Group. You can get this project also from the resale market at again 4,800 to 5,000 rupees per square feet. This is a 13.5 acre project spread with some of the facilities of the project include clubhouse, swimming pool, internet facility, gymnasium. Various sports facilities in the project include table tennis, lawn tennis, basketball. Bank loans are available from most of the national and private banks. And again, this project is located on a main sector road in sector 119. So these are the two projects that we would like to recommend. Coming to the region level data points, there is an inventory overhang of 27 months, which is slightly towards the higher side. The weighted average price in the market is 5,200 rupees per square feet. In terms of the returns have been 10%. Returns have been 10% on annualized basis, which are decent. So these are the two recommendations from our side.
Okay, so Gaurav, so we'll recap those recommendations for you in just a bit. You had also asked whether is it the registration of properties in Noida, if that is taking place or not on ground. Just a few weeks back, the Environment Ministry cleared the notification on the Okhla Bird Sanctuary issue, and we are hoping give developers a couple of months of turnaround time to ready their projects and apply for occupation certificates. When those final documents come in, then you can go ahead and get your properties registered with the Stamp Duty Department. Okay, so the projects that Ankit is recommending for you, there is apart from Grand Heritage by Ajnara, which is a go ahead, look at Hyde Park by Nimbus IITL and Platinum by Amrapali Group. Okay, next Deepak Kumar on the line. Hi Deepak, what's your question?
Yeah, hello, how are you?
Hi, we're doing well.
Hello.
What's your question? Where do you want to invest?
Okay. Yeah, my inquiry is regarding the property in Ghaziabad, because I want to invest in Ghaziabad. Okay. My budget is around 45 to 50 lakhs. So I'm looking, actually I looked one property, Rice Group, the organic homes in NH24.
Okay.
This one, the builder is Mr. Vaibhav Jain, the Rice Group. So can you suggest me, can I go for this property or any another property you can suggest me?
All right. So Deepak has a budget of about 50 lakhs, and he's looking at NH24. The project is Organic Homes. It's a new project according to him, but is it safe to go for? Is this the best market that he can get in his 50 lakh budget?
See, the area that you are looking at is NH24 bypass. So typically this area is for affordable homes. So given the budget that you have, you can afford better locations within Ghaziabad. Fundamentally, we have no issues with the project, but we would like to recommend you locations, better locations within Ghaziabad, which are Indirapuram and Vasundhara. Coming to the micro market data points of Indirapuram and Vasundhara, the inventory overhang in the market is 28 for Indirapuram and 25 for Vasundhara. The weighted average price for Indirapuram is 5,300 rupees per square feet, 5,350 rupees per square feet for Vasundhara. The annualized returns for Indirapuram micro market is 10%, and for Vasundhara micro market it's slightly lower, it's 8.4%. We would like to recommend two projects, one project each actually in these micro markets. The first project is SG Oasis by SG Estate. You can get this project from the developer at 4,800 rupees per square feet. It's a small project of 1 acres comprising 171 units. This project is very close to the Vaishali metro station, roughly 4.7 kilometers from there. It has basic amenities such as gym, clubhouse. The major USP of this project is that the infrastructure in and around is really good, and on the livability factor, the project is rated high. There are many schools and hospitals also nearby. The second project is Saya Gold Avenue by Saya Homes. You can get this project from the developer at 4,895 rupees per square feet. Gold Avenue is a premium project spanning over 5 acres. The project consists of 8 towers of varying heights and going up to 41 floors. The project has decent amenities such as swimming pool, palm court, wooden deck, jacuzzi. Loans are available from HDFC and PNB Bank. So these are the two recommendations from our side. So basically, we would like to say that your preference, which is organic homes, is a decent option, but you can get better options in Indirapuram and closer to in micro markets which are closer to Delhi in the budget that you have.
Okay, so you're saying he has a decent enough budget to go for established markets like these two, but we have been recommending NH24 in the past. So for what kind of budgets and what kind of investment needs is NH24 more suitable?
NH24 typically is a location where people can look to invest, or people with a long-term horizon actually, or people who have immediate end use working towards that part of the...
And affordability is a great factor.
Affordability, people looking to have affordable homes because the prices of the property in Indirapuram are slightly higher compared to NH24.
Right.
So people who cannot afford these micro markets can go towards NH24.
Okay, so NH24 bypass is another market we will look at later. Okay, so Deepak, Indirapuram and Vasundhara, two markets you could look at for properties. Two recommendations from our side: SG Oasis by SG Estates and Saya Gold Avenue by Saya Homes. An email from BS Katoch. He writes, I'm looking at a property near NH21, Kharar Mohali Road, SRD Western Towers by Star Realtech Developers. I need it for investment purpose. I seek your guidance about the location advantage and investment future of this property. I'm interested in a 2 BHK plus study in 35 lakhs. How much should be the price for the mentioned property? Okay, so we're talking about Mohali, the Kharar Road, and the property in question, Star Realtech Developers, SRD Western Towers.
Right, so the property that he's looking at is SRD Western Towers. This is by Star Realtech Developers. This property he can get from the developer at 2,520 rupees per square feet. Fundamentally, there is no again issue with this property. This property is located close to the Kharar micro market. This property is close to the North Country Mall on Chandigarh Kharar Road, which is the NH21. The project has 8 towers, and the bookings are also open for this project. Construction has recently begun in this property. The project has decent amenities including swimming pool, club, children's play area. The developer was earlier known as Pioneer Construction and has successfully delivered projects in the past. So this project gets a go-ahead from our side. The micro market that we would like to, the area that we would like to recommend to him is Sector 115, which is slightly better in terms of livability. The first recommendation from our side is WWIC Imperial Heights by WWIC Estates. He can get this project in the resale market at 2,600 to 2,800 rupees per square feet. Project is spread across 6 acres and is a medium density development. The different towers are in different stages of construction in this project, and 2 BHK towers are in advanced stages, which is his preference. Project has excellent location. It's bang on the Kharar-Landra road. Also, many other prominent developers such as Anchal, MR, JLPL are also in close proximity. The project has decent amenities and loans are available from all the major banks. Second recommendation from our end would be Mona City. This is by Mona Townships. Again, the project is in Sector 115. He can get this project directly from the developer at 2,475 rupees per square feet. It's a mini township and comprises of apartments with stilt ground plus 8 structure. And this project also has independent plots. The project is spread across 7 acres and the project offers only 3 BHK sizes of 1,395 square feet. Again, this project is on bang on the Kharar-Landra-Banur road and only 4.3 kilometers from the Kharar railway station. The project has luxury amenities including clubhouse, rainwater harvesting, modular kitchen, power backup, pool, parks. Banks are available from ICICI, PNB, Axis Bank, Dena Bank, and the developer has a significant track record of delivering in the Tri-City. So these are the 2 projects that we would like to recommend. Coming to the micro market comparison, inventory overhang in Kharar-Banur road is 20, whereas the weighted average price is 3,150 rupees per square feet. Chandigarh Kharar road has inventory overhang of 22 months with weighted average price of 2,980 rupees per square feet. The annualized returns, if you compare it, the Kharar-Banur road has given returns of 9.2% on annualized basis, and Chandigarh Kharar road has given returns of 7.6% on annualized basis.
Okay, Ankit, Kharar-Banur Road, Mohali is a hub for real estate investments in Punjab. But what are the key growth drivers for this region? Why are investors so excited about this market?
So basically, this area, which is the Greater Mohali that we call it, Sasnagar, The area has a lot of exciting developments coming in the future. The airport, which was under construction, has been completed and can can start its operation anytime soon.
Okay.
And apart from that, there are a lot of future developments that are proposed and which are taking place. Coming to it one by one, there is a nanotechnology institute which is spread across 160 acres, which is proposed. Major IT companies such as Dell, Quark, TCS, Microsoft are supposed to start their campuses in the region. Retail companies like Spencer, Reliance, Aditya Birla Group are also planning to start their outlets in the area. So these are some of the infrastructure developments which will really boost the area in the coming months.
Okay, all right. So Kharar Banu Road, the options for you here are WWIC Imperial Heights by WWIC Estates, and also look at Mona City by Mona Townships. Shashi Mohan Gupta with us on the line now. Hello sir, how can we help you?
Hi, I have bought a flat with Satya Developers in sector 103 Gurgaon, and at a rate of 4,100 rupees per square feet in resale. This is around 1.5 years ago. Can you please tell me the status of construction and advise whether I should keep the flat or just exit? This was an investment for me.
Okay, so Gurgaon Satya Developers Project, Sector 103, this is the early section of the Dwarka Expressway. Should he keep this property or exit is what he wants to know.
Yes.
So he bought the property around 1.5 years back, and since then, as we understand, the appreciation has been very minimal in the market, even less than 2%. The project is located in Sector 103, which is the earlier stretch of the Dwarka Expressway, which is towards the Delhi. The project he bought the project at 4,100 rupees per square feet, and currently the project is trading close to 4,200 in the resale market. From our end, we would like to recommend to him to hold the property as the Dwarka Expressway has seen some clarity recently, and in another year or so the expressway should get completed, and post that news actually 5 to 10%, the prices have corrected by 5 to 10%, and if he holds the property for slightly longer, he might even witness even better returns.
Better returns, wait it out. This market has just received its major key development, which is the clearance of the legal hurdles on the Dwarka Expressway. Now wait for the road to come in to see some returns on this property. Why don't you run us through how much is the supply, how much is the uptake here, and in terms of the current pricing here?
Right. So basically this stretch has approximately 50 apartment projects leading to supply of 20,000 units. Overall, the inventory overhang in the area is 33, which is again on the higher side, which reflects the slow absorption rates in the market. The weighted average price in the market is 6,000 rupees per square feet, and the annualized returns in the region have been close to 9%. So the market initially witnessed a lot of appreciation. So this analyzed returns of 8.9% actually does not reflect the true potential of the market. Okay. If he holds the property for slightly more, another year and a half or 2 years actually, and the Dwarka Expressway gets completed, then he's likely to get better returns.
Okay, so a lot of pent-up growth in this region. Okay, so now we'll move on to Faridabad, which has always been a laggard, trailing behind Gurgaon and Noida when it came to its infrastructure and real estate. But now Faridabad has its own metro line, which puts its residential market of Greater Faridabad back in focus. Take a look.
Big celebrations in Faridabad this Sunday as Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the city's first metro, putting the spotlight once again on this often ignored suburb of NCR. In between selfies with citizens, the PM rode the new Faridabad metro that runs from Badarpur in Delhi to Escorts Mujassar in Faridabad. Almost 14 kilometers long, this route is an extension of Delhi Metro's existing ITO to Badarpur Violet Line. The entire track is elevated, and by 2017, the route will be extended to Pallabgarh on Faridabad side and Kashmiri Gate on the Delhi side, carrying almost 2 lakh people daily. Meanwhile, another infrastructure initiative making progress in Faridabad today is the widening of the NH2, the backbone of the city. These efforts to improve travelling to and from Faridabad will benefit the mid-segment housing market of Nehar Par or Greater Faridabad. Greater Faridabad's 15 residential sectors have finally been connected to the highway bypass through 6 bridges over the Nehar Par Canal. Also, a 75-metre peripheral road is ready, and the NHAI is working on extending this road to the FNG Expressway in Noida that has been granted National Highway status recently. While these projects will improve entry into Greater Faridabad, industry players say inside this vast residential township, roads are in a pathetic condition due to land disputes.
Huda also only really started focusing on the area and creation of infrastructure of this area after 2010-11. So yes, of course, they should have and could have done this earlier, but as on date, 99% of most of these problems have been either already tackled or are in the process of being tackled. These are, as you correctly say, teething problems, and I think within the next 6 months to 1 year, most of these should be, gone.
Even as civic infrastructure lags, social infrastructure has improved on certain counts. A total of 14 new schools like DPS and Shivnadar are either ready or proposed in Greater Faridabad. Adjoining to the residential sectors, an industrial model township has been set up, where industry majors like Amul are setting shop. The Mata Amritanandbai Mutt from Kerala has recently received a go-ahead to set up a 2,000-bed super specialty hospital in Sector 88 of Greater Faridabad. Faridabad Metro is the first development milestone of the city in many years, and there is hope it could turn the tide for the depressed property market of Greater Faridabad and for new office spaces on the Mathura Road. NDTV Bureau Report.
Later in the show, on Citizens Voice, we will revisit Greater Faridabad and get a development report, development check on the state of infrastructure in those residential sectors. But after this quick break, we have more property markets lined up for you. Exit Gurgaon and Sohna is the new real estate spot. Is it worth your investments? In Jaipur, which is the most livable property market for 1 BHK homes? And while we take a breather, check out today's pick on our property tracker, the Blue Lagoon by Auris Infrastructure.